Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Toastmasters meeting. I'm really glad that you managed to find the time and come to our meeting. My name is Begzod Hakim, and as you figured out already, I hope I'm going to lead today's meeting. Welcome one more time. How are you today?
Great.
Okay, let me start one more time. How are you today? Are you ready?
Yes.
You're not ready?
Yes.
The door is there, by the way.
No, I don't see the movements.
Okay, so let's start. So brief information about our meeting for those who are coming for the first time. So this is public speaking club. So there are more than 10,000 clubs around the world. In Kazakhstan, as far as I know, there are clubs in Astana, in Almaty, in Chimkent, and in Atral. So we became official in 2013 in December. Since that time, we have been running our meetings officially. We have a program. We have 10 projects to accomplish. Once you become a member and follow the procedures, you can accomplish 10 projects and become a competent speaker. This is, the way where we are aiming. And today we'll have prepared speakers. We'll have evaluators, and we'll have the second part, which is called table topic session, which is the most challenging to my mind and very interesting. The main goal of our club is to make our participants, club members, to be self-confident in terms of public speaking, to make the network stronger, and to have fun as well. So I would like to start, and in order to start, I see some new faces. Let's start from the left side. Just stand up, tell your name, and tell me where do you work. That's it. Go hard, please.
Everyone or new people?
Everyone.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Gohar.
Where do you work?
I work at the Expert Investment Agency.
Work it?
No, I'm working.
Working. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aisha, and I work for IT company. Nice to see all of you here today.
Hi everyone, my name is Vestin. I work for a Kazakh British Technical University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aliyah. I work at the U.S. Trade Office.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jania. I work at Almaty Computers.
Hi, everyone. My name is Denisa. I'm a student and Kazakh British Technical University. Hello, everybody. My name is Alina. I'm also a student from KTU.
Hello, everyone. I'm studying in Good evening, everyone. My name is Ulus. I'm a student at Kazakh National University. Hi, my name is Nurat, and I'm working at the private equity fund.
Good evening, my name is Nurjan. I work at the University of Kazakh National.
Hello everyone, my name is Nursultan. I'm working in IBM.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayaz. I'm a design engineer and I work for Consola LCD.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mohammed. I'm a student also at Almaty Toastmasters.
Hey guys, my name is Aslan Bey. I'm an analyst in network educated companies.
Hi, everyone. I'm Elizabeth and I work for Channel 7. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chandra. I work as a mentor in Career Guidance Center for Work.
Hi, my name is Mustafa. I am a surgeon.
Hello everyone, I'm Evgen, I'm a pensioner.
Hello everyone, my name is Sultan. I work at the University of 2017.
Hi everyone, my name is Somal. You can just call me Sam. I'm just graduated from Kivat University.
Good evening everyone, my name is Ayun and we are colleagues who work in the organizing committee.
Hi everyone, my name is Aida and I'm working in
Hello everyone, my name is Ansaya. I work in an investment company.
Good evening everyone, my name is Asela and I work in Meta.
Good evening everyone, my name is Arayun and I work at Kazakh Technical University.
Hi everyone, my name is Dawlet and I work for a geological company, Smart Engineering.
Good evening everyone, my name is Andre and I'm a teacher of English and French languages.
Hello everyone, my name is Edmond and I'm a student.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Good evening everyone, my name is Scott and I'm a student.
Hello guys, my name is Fariza and I'm working in logistics company.
Hi all, my name is Marina and I work as a program manager at Scottish Communications Authority. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Greg. I work for a mining company, Steppenwolf.
Okay, nice to meet everybody. As we see, you know, KBT is very active today. Very
Good
interesting.
promotion.
Yes. So we'll start. So in order to run today's meeting, I need, let's say, assistants, let's say people who take several words. And today I have a Arkantor, grammarian and timer. And I would like to introduce Arkantor, who is David Mukano. Would you please explain your role today?
Hello again, today I'm an Arkantor. I'm here to pick your unnecessary words as and to write them down and to say it to you at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. The next person is Andrei Shetnikov, who is a grammarian today. Would you please explain your role and introduce today's word?
I will do so. I am a grammarian today. I will look for your grammar mistakes and pronunciation mistakes and any words that won't sound natural for me. But please know that I'm not an authority on grammar, so it's only my opinion. And if you have your own opinion, we can then talk after the meeting. And the word of the day today is paramount, which means
here.
Yes, at the bottom below the table. Paramount, which is more important than anything else. For example, you can say this matter is of paramount importance, or today's meeting is of paramount importance.
Yes. Yes. Okay, one more person, Nursultan Ziadbekov, who is going to time. Please explain your role.
So guys, in Toastmasters, we seek to be on time for meetings and deadlines. We also keep track of time for speakers. Every speech or evaluation has a minimum and maximum length. A person should speak until they reach the minimum time limit, which is indicated by the green sign. Do not go over the maximum time limit, which is the red sign. The yellow sign means that you are halfway between the minimum and maximum time lengths. So please follow the instructions and enjoy the evening.
Now, I think it's high time to start, so everybody is ready, I hope. Today, actually, we were expecting to have 3 speakers, 3 prepared speeches, but you are hard. The third speaker couldn't come today due to some reasons. So today we'll have 2 speakers. So I'd like to introduce the first speaker, whose name is Julduz. She's going to give her first speech, which is called Ice-Breaking Speech. And today she's trying to ice-break. And she's a student of Kazakh National University. She likes reading books. The reason why she's here is to improve her English and to become more confident. Please help and welcome Julduz.
Everything is possible if you make effort. The Lama once said that if you make a steady effort, we can overcome any form of negative conditioning and make positive change in our life. Life is a big world with possibilities, and our life mission is to use all of them. Do you know that we get what we put effort on? If you are concentrated on problems, we receive problems. If you are concentrated on decisions, we will get solutions. However, as soon as we realize that everything is possible, the only thing that we need to make efforts. That by this the feeling of impossibility disappears. Once upon a time, my mother came home and started to burst into tears and said that our dad fell into a coma after surgery. He was a condition when he wouldn't remain alive, and we were told to go to hospital to see him for the last time. The next day, me and all my family went to the hospital to see him, to say farewell to him. When I saw my dad, he was lying with closed eyes and moveless. When I touched his hand, I saw a lot of cuts from the operations. During this time, we didn't lose hope that our dad will stay alive and will be playing football with us. Thanks God, after 2-3 months, our dad realized from the hospital. By this, I want to say that everything that we shouldn't believe that a human strength. That as long as you have life and breathe, you believe. Believe for one who cannot. Believe for love. Believe to keep your beating your heart. Never give up. Never despair. It is a belief. And another example that I want to share with you was when I was 9 years old. I was transferred to a new Russian school. At that time, I couldn't speak Russian, and at the beginning, being a native Kazakh speaker, I misspelled a lot of Russian words. And even my classmates made fun of me that I'm not a good speaker in Russian. And so I started to work on myself and hard studying and staying with the teacher for extra lessons. To sum up, I want to say, from this, and I eventually graduated school with distinction. To sum up, I want to say that each of us was born with unlimited potential, and we have the ability and intelligence to make the impossible possible. And every day life gives us a lot of thousands of possibilities, the ability to change, the opportunity to express ourselves on the other side, to discover new talents. It's all.
Thank you very much, Uldis, for an interesting topic. Everything is possible. I believe so. So we'll continue. So we have another speaker who is experienced one, and today she's going to give us the third project number 3. The title of her speech is Defining Decay, and please help me welcome Meret Kurbaniazova.
Do you know that 80% of the most important, the most paramount moments that take place by the age of 35? 8 of 10 decisions, and while we moments that make our life what it is, will have happened by 35. Recently, read a book of clinical psychologist Meg Jay called The Defining Decade, and I want to share some lessons from that book. The generation, so-called the generation of 20-somethings, is a distinct stage with its own behavior, with its own biological profile, with its own challenges. And among all the characteristics of youth, there's characteristics like feeling of absolute freedom, like living in a world of pure possibilities. But in reality, youth is a moment when any outcomes, any results, any ramifications are possible. One of Meg's patients, Helen, 27 years old girl, an ambitious girl who dreamed about being a doctor, and nevertheless is one of those people who thought that youth at a time when we have to have fun, we have to just enjoy our life, and before the real life begins. This girl, after school at the age of 20, she started working as a waitress, she started working as a housekeeper, and she changed her working places very often, and at the age of 27, she noticed that her peers that were graduating their high schools and getting married, these peers are sitting at the cafes where she had been working, and they just look very successful, and they just been very happy about their life. And this is at that right moment that which Helen just noticed that she didn't have anything to put on her resume or CV. This something is called identity capital. Identity capital is something that puts value on who we are. It's all those skills we gain at our works, it's all those skills that we gain at the internships. So Helen's problem was that she lost 7 years of her life on doing things that didn't contribute to her dream, to the realization of her dreams. So don't you think that now is the right time to gain an identity capital? Time for that cross-country jobs, for the internships, for the startups that we want to try. You know, Mag is also considered about family issues. Turned out that romantic relationships should be taken seriously. And nowadays, young people don't care about, young people don't rush to marry because of the general acceptance of premarital sex and cohabitation or civil marriage. And so my point is that we should accept the age of 20s as a time when we should be learning how to have a healthy relationships. I mean, that means dating people who have the attributes of a long-term partner and not putting love just because we don't have time or we will have other chances lately because we might not have that chances later, okay? It's like playing a game when the music is playing and in the center there are several chairs and you're like walking around these chairs, and at the age of 30s the music stops playing and everyone rushed to take their own chairs. And yes, it's so complicated. And my point is, let's not choose a chair just because it's the closest one to us. Or let's not choose a chair just because the music stopped playing. Let's consider the family issues while the music is on. But it doesn't mean that we should start our family in 20s, but that means that we should be as intentional with love as we are with work. And picking a family is not about consciously choosing who and what you want, rather than just killing time with whoever happens to be choosing you. Not many people care about fertility, by the way. Fertility, ones don't know, others don't care, but Wikipedia says that fertility is the capability of a person to produce a child. As a measure, fertility rate is like a number of children word per individual. For those of you who know what it is and who say that we have all the time in the world to start a family, to born a child, I will have to disappoint you, because the plain fact is putting off childbearing until the late 30s is like playing Russian roulette, this infinity game. So fertility starts dropping significantly by 35 and dramatically by 40. And it's not just a woman's issue either. I mean, old sperm is associated with problems, and it certainly, yes, it certainly impacts men when their spouses cannot get pregnant. This is that time of it. Okay. Couples who wait until their late 30s to start families will require medical assistance to conceive or to maintain a pregnancy. And in conclusion, as a 20-something to my fellow 20-somethings, I want to say that millennial crisis is not being reached. It's realizing that we may not have that career we now want. It's realizing that we may not have that child we now want. So claim your adulthood, get some identity capital, and pick your family.
Yes, thank you very much. I have to make a comment. I can't believe this say. So what I really liked about your speech is my personal feeling. Usually when somebody gives a speech, if the speech is really nice, in all regards, people enjoy it. But this is the first time when I see that the speaker enjoyed her speech so much. It's really something new for me. So thank you very much for both of you. Now you have 2 minutes to discuss who you liked more, and on this piece of paper you have 2 small stickers. Choose one sticker, take one sticker and choose one per speaker. The first speaker was Jules with the topic everything's possible if you make it short, and the second one with the define indicate. Please, you can discuss with your neighbors and make your mind up.
She mentioned that if we compare after different
she had the courage to say it, because
the objective.
Many girls are very hypocritical. I like that.
Deeply thinking about what is it. The first one is what we have to encourage people to step up. All this stuff don't try to influence. Передайте. Okay, we will continue. If you haven't finished it, just make your mind up and pass this piece of paper to the front. We will continue now. We have the second part, which is, in my opinion, very useful for everybody. So it is evaluation part, and I would like to invite Asel Dusunbekova to evaluate Juldu's ice-breaking speech. Please help me welcome her.
My sincere congratulations with your first ice-breaking speech. I liked your speech. I enjoyed while listening because you inspired all of us just that we shouldn't give up, that we should make efforts to achieve our goals, to believe. It's one of the important things in our life. The main objective of Project 1 is to break that ice between you and the audience. That's why you should tell more about yourself, about your background, about your interests, etc. And that's why the reason this project named it the ice-breaking speech. And the time given for this speech was 3 to 5 minutes, and I don't know if she followed the time, but I thought you didn't face the limit, the minimum time. Personally, I can say that your project number 1 seemed to me it's like a project number 3, because in project number 3 the main goal is to inspire, to persuade, and to inform. And somehow you changed the project's goals. What I like in your presentation that you use your hand gestures, that you use that area and go from one side to another side. Yes, you feel yourself comfortable here, but it feels a little bit nervous, but it's okay for the first speech. My recommendation to you is to use and practice eye contact with all of us, and with me especially because I'm your evaluator. And so that's it. Keep going, and I hope you will be one of in our team. So thank you.
Okay, let's continue. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. So the second speaker was Meret, and I would like to invite Alia Shahin to evaluate her speech. Please help me welcome.
I think Meret spoke to us about a subject that is of paramount importance to those of you who are still in the defining decade, those of you who are still below 35. So I hope it was a wake-up call for some of you, or some of us. Meret was giving her speech on project number 3, and the title of the project is Get to the Point. Basically, every time we come out to speak to the audience, our speech has to have an objective. And usually the purposes are to inform, to persuade, to entertain, or to inspire. And I think there has been a combination of several things that Meret was trying to do, but definitely informed a lot of us. I've read that book, thanks to Aisha, our member here, who shared that book with us. So your speech had to be clear. It had to have a clear objective, and I think even with the title, which matched the book, The Defining Decade, and everybody must have been interested to hear what that defining decade might be. I thought one of your goals, the objectives of the speeches, was also to get us depressed at some point. Especially those of us who are a little bit closer to that age, but never mind. You shared the information that you learned, that was actually quite generous of you. You believed in it, as Bigzot mentioned. I mean, I think everybody here saw how excited you were about the subject and to share it, and you were clearly passionate about it. I think one of the keys to a passionate speech is to believe in it yourself. So, and it was probably important for you because probably you are still in that defining decade, or Okay, you're 17, but you know. So always, yeah, it's always nice to speak about things that you're passionate about. Your speech organization and supporting materials, the book, and the speech structure were clearly, suiting the objectives. And you even went to Wikipedia to see the definition of fertility. That was great. Thanks for sharing that. Did you achieve your purpose? Well, I guess I have to ask the audience here. Did you all wake up?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah? Okay, great. Did you? Some of you get depressed? No. Okay. Let's not waste your years. Major and defining years. Some of the recommendations I would have, actually that was also in the definition and the objectives of the speech, to use notes to the minimal point. I think you've used them, on very occasional basis and without much distraction, so the audience couldn't see it. But I think I know how you speak, actually. I remember your icebreaker speech, and you're very calm, very confident. And here I felt some nervousness. And actually that's one of the goals of this project, not to be nervous at all. So you spoke a little bit too fast and your tone wasn't, the speech wasn't spaced out, I felt. So, and that projected some nervousness. So I would just recommend to use some pauses or like don't rush through it. Maybe you were timing yourself. But again, it's hard not to be nervous when you talk about fertility and something as depressing. So, but to those of you who are depressed, don't worry, every decade is defining. Every time you find that the music should be on and you can still dance to it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your evaluation. So we'll continue. So now we have the second main part, which is called table topic session. So to lead today's table topic session, I would like to invite Greg Heaver. Please help me welcome. Hey guys.
I don't think there's anyone in the room today that hasn't had a situation in their life where they've been put on the spot. Does anyone know here what I mean by put on the spot?
Center of attention.
Yeah, okay, that's center of attention, as you said. I guess in the context of what I want to say, I mean being, made the center of attention, made to have to say something, to stand up and say something maybe without prior notice. That's really what on the spot means. It may be at a wedding where you're just sitting there having a drink and having a private conversation, and someone will stand up and say, Dolet, you've got to give a speech, man, come on, toast the bride, and you're forced, you have no choice, you've got to give up and give a speech. And you might be good at it, you might be bad at it, that's not the point. You put it on the spot. It might be at work, you might be in a meeting with your colleagues, and you're just sitting there minding your own business, listening, and your boss might say, Andrei, tell us what you think about this subject. What's your view on this? And you're like, suddenly you're just out of your sleep and you have to do something. This is putting on the spot. Now, depending on how confident you are as a person, just in your natural confidence, and depending upon what you know about the subject, that will define how well you go in that situation. Now, generally, as a population, we suck at being put on the spot. We honestly do. That's just our nature as people. We just cannot handle it, and we can do something, we can stand up and blubber a few words, but generally we're not very good at it. That's a generalization, of course. And that's the reason Toastmasters exists. To help, one of the reasons that exists, to help people in that situation. And that's one of the reasons why, more specifically, table topics exist. To help us handle those situations whereby we are put on the spot and we just have to talk on our feet, talk from the cuff, just in an instant. So today, that's about all you're going to hear from me. This is going to be what I call a pure table topic session. I've got a number of questions in my hat here. I'm just going to select people. You're going to come up here, you're going to pull a question out of the hat, and you're going to talk for between 1 and 2 minutes if you can. And then you're going to sit down, I'm going to call someone else, and we're just going to keep going through that. We've got quite a long time, more than the normal table topics time. So we're going to get through quite a few of you people. So I hope you're all ready. So like I said, that's all I'm going to say. It's not about me, it's about you guys coming up here and being put on the spot. So let's start. I'm going to start with our members. Aim, would you like to come up and draw a hat, name out my hat? Because you're a great speaker. I mean, people get inspired by hearing our good speakers to start with. Good luck. Want to read this question out to the audience? You can compose yourself for 10 seconds. Do you want to read the question, or do you understand it?
I understand, but should I read?
Yeah, read the question, yeah.
Of course. Okay. If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? I think everything what is given for the people is not enough. Even the time they given, we do have like 24 hours in a day, but it's not enough. Yeah, we're just eating, working, but still we're asleep, for example, yeah, at the work time. We want to hang out with our friends, but we don't have time. You know, I think that everything what is given for us, it's not enough for us, because people has the desire to get everything. Even if you have something, you just want more and more of it. The rich person, I don't know, maybe he or she dreams about something bigger than that he has already. But the poor person wants just some eat, some food to just, you know, everything what is given for you, it's just not enough. So I think that we don't need to concentrate on the time which is given for us, because we don't know how much time do we have. So I think we just we just need to evaluate our wishes, our dreams. What do you want really? And after the 5 years, after the 10 years, where you want to be? So I think it is important to ask yourself, like, what do you really want? So that's it.
Good job. It's hard. It can be hard, and most times it is, I think. So you know, this is the training ground. You know, there's no one. You can't say anything wrong. Nobody's judging you except there's no evaluators, so no one's judging you. And this is where we learn, and then this is what we can really use in real life. So I said I wasn't going to speak anymore, so I won't. Okay, let's go. I've written down everyone's names, if I get it right. Okay, I think Nurjan, the guy in the striped jacket next to Muriat. You want to come up? You want to? No? You want to pass? Okay. If you're a visitor, you can. Yeah, certainly. All right. Okay. Alright, we're going to choose a question. Alright.
If you could instill one piece of advice in a newborn baby's mind, what advice would you give? Instill. I don't understand this word, instill.
If you can just have the opportunity to tell a baby some advice. Give some advice.
Okay. Okay. If I would have this opportunity, I think the most important thing that I would give it, never give up, and live life in a moment. So live life in a moment and never give up. What I mean, most of us have different situations in this life, and we always, if we have some bad things in our life, most of us just become sad and sometimes give up. So I think that every situation in our life is a lesson for us. So if this situation don't kill us, it will make us strong. So I would tell this little baby that he or she never should give up. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dorleen. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Just one thing. Andre just put the word up here, so it's paramount that we use the word of the day in our speech because our grammarian is counting. And are you giving a prize today or not? No prizes or a prize? No prizes today. Okay, he's not giving prizes today. It's just a recognition from the rest of the
Tomorrow,
club.
I'll give prize tomorrow.
Okay. Next one, next cab off the rank. Let me choose another member. Let me see. Let's start at the front. Gorha. You can keep it on.
Okay, if you were forced to eliminate every physical possession from your life, with the exception of what could fit into a single backpack, what would you put in it and the reason? So I have to fill my backpack. How big is my backpack?
It's pretty big.
Okay. It's a big backpack. I would just pack all my things in
Just a small bag.
Okay, it's a small backpack.
Whatever you can carry.
What's important to you?
I'm assuming I can keep my family. Can I keep my family?
I think you can safely just assume that.
So yeah, I'm keeping my family, so that's a good part. So I have to. Wow, that's a tough question. Like my friends know I would keep my books, so I think that would make probably 80% of my backpack.
Which books? Why are they important?
I just love reading. I carry books even when I go hiking. So absolutely.
You can borrow my Kindle, and you've got lots of room now.
I've got a Kindle. I carry it too, but things that are important. I don't know. I'm not too obsessed about physical possessions. It's just as long as you keep your relationships in your life, I think there is nothing as important. Well, I guess you need some essential things like clothes and water and food. But I assume that I don't have to put it in my backpack. Documents, that's very important. So I wouldn't want to be in this metaphysical world without my passport. So I would put my documents, books. I want to look pretty, so I would fit my cosmetics bag. I want to look pretty and yeah. So that's it.
Good job. Okay, Elizabeth, where's Elizabeth? How'd you like to come and have a turn? Oh yeah? No, you. Hey, shoes on. She's a good one. Good luck.
If your life was a novel, what would be the title and how would your story end? Wow. So it's time to be interesting, huh? Okay. Should it be based on real life? Because it's Yeah. Or
Make it up.
yeah, I think it's better option. Yeah. Okay, so if my life was a novel, I would probably be living somewhere, I don't know, in like 15th century. And it would be like, you know, a small kingdom or something. And I would like to have like a title, but not exactly a queen or something, because it would be very stereotypical of me. But, but still, it would be nice to be a rich woman and to be maybe like someone who would actually fight for women's rights in like middle centuries ago, because it was like a very important issue of paramount importance back then. And my story would end as if I would become like a very famous person around the world as someone who actually fought for the women's rights and and made like very important change in history.
Wow. Let's send her there.
Does anybody want to volunteer for the next one? There's some easy ones in here, you know? Okay, please come up. Asim back? Right. Yeah? Okay.
So, okay, that's my question. If you could choose one book as mandatory read for all high school students, which book would you choose? Firstly, I would say it must be Harry Potter, I guess, but people anyway read that, so it should not be a mandatory read for high school students. I guess, have you heard about Isaac Asimov? He writes fiction, and his book I love and very much is called, I don't know how it's called in English, but I guess it's Foundation. Yeah, and everyone who's old enough should read that book. It's like really, really cute, and like it inspires you to read more about math, physics, and to dream about robotics. And that's what it would be. That's it. Thanks.
For me personally, this is the most. I probably get up less than most people, but give tabletop speeches. But for me personally, this is the most important part, because just for the fact that I think this is where you can learn great things that you can apply to real life situations. And so don't be afraid. And any more volunteers?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. What's your name? Oh, Peter. Yeah, sure, thanks. Are you picking one? Okay. Please choose one. Good luck. Well, if you don't like the first one, you can always choose the second one, but no more than two, so.
I think it's a paramount question for today. What is the difference between living and existing? Well, my name is Ekibwan. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I would say, okay. My name is Ekibwan. I came here for one day from Astana. My friend invited me. Shokhan out there. So, hi Shokhan. So, So I would like to, for example, from out of my experience, I would like to say what the difference between living and existing. Well, there's a lot of things and a lot of philosophies that say about what is living, what is existing, and everybody in a way have their own opportunity, own experience, and own mind what is living and what is existing. For example, let's say like if you put it like from my point of view, objectively, living is and existing is. Well, let me think about it. So, existing, I would like to say that the person, when he or she was born and think about how to get something, struggling in life, like and putting the minimum tasks in his, let's say,
Plan. Plan.
Plan? Like a dream, you know, like your
to-do list.
Yes. I didn't speak for a long time. My English is a little bit poor, so let's say paramountly. First. Secondly, let's say. So, what is living and what is existing? In my point of view, to take a short, the living, when people exist in this life, it has a lot of things to do. Like, you cannot be limited in the point that you have to do. For example, you can do anything. If people think that it can do anything, like Steve Jobs or someone else, like who change the world, who changed the history of something, then if you believe in it, then you are living. But if you think that your points are the limits, the minimum limit, oh, if I get this kind of salary, this is my maximum. This is existing, I believe. That's it. Thank you.
Alia, do you want to speak?
Scariest table topics ever. The depth of the questions today is incredible. Can there be happiness without sadness, pleasure without pain, peace without war? Actually, a few days back, and I often discuss it with my friends, how the literature that we grew up on, you know, the classic, I studied in a Russian high school, so probably the books you've read were Anna Karenina, War and Peace, and I don't know, Evgenia Onegin. We just went to the ballet and watched Anna Karenina, and we were very sad about the whole tragedy of classic literature. And it, you know, kind of, we were discussing how sad it is, and at the same time we realized that literature made us appreciate how happy we are and how lucky we are not to live in an era, for example, where Anna Karenina couldn't really divorce her husband and she had to go through all the stuff, you know, the train and jumping under it, and you know, that wouldn't happen in the present time, maybe, well, at least in this civilized world. But yeah, how can there be, I mean, how can we appreciate peace if there wouldn't be war? It's not to say that there shouldn't be war. I'm pro peace. If there's no pain, how will you appreciate pleasure and, you know, happiness without sadness? I think they go together like yin and yang, and so it's all a balance of things, and it's your perspective on things. So suffering kind of makes us more empathic as well. I believe in that. It doesn't mean that we should suffer, but it means we should always appreciate when other people suffer, and you know, be lucky that we're not going through that. And if we are, then have the support of the family and just go through it, so that, you know, tomorrow is another day and we'll be happier, and just say thank you to whatever is out there that brings that suffering, and say thank you for the lessons. So I believe there's space for everything, but stay happy, stay healthy, let there be no war. Thank you.
Any more volunteers? Okay, let's go. I should know your name, but because you speak every week.
Bauer.
Bauer, that's right. Okay.
Okay. Okay, my name is Bauer, and my question is, what's the closest you have ever come to fearing for your life? I think when I was a little kid, you know, usually you have a bath with a girl exposed, like just a little sister. But at the time, older sister, and at the same time that I just started drown in the bath. So, but then at the time I feel that I was not gonna die, but not gonna live. So, but what I'm like, it's pictured very clear, like, because it happens maybe 23 years ago. So I see that, like, through the water, the eyes, the hands of my sister just grab me and just back me to the life. And at the time I was like very scary to water, just to swim. But now I'm overcome. So, but I'm still see that picture of the face of my sister to the time. And but I think that was my closest have ever come to fearing for my life, but I think it's coming soon, because I think it's the manager who may come fearing for my life. So, but that's another story. Okay, thank
you. Time for another member. How many more do we have here? Okay, Juliet. I was looking down there, but well, we've got 15 minutes. So lots of
where would you most like to go and why? I have only two minutes to answer. Well, I would rather prefer to go to the place I've never been before. I mean, never been before to Southeast Asia, and I heard many good things about it. That it's very exotic and at the same time dangerous, and lots of history in it. But apart from this, I would also revisit some places I've been before, like New York, because I mean it's never enough to be in this wonderful city, and you can feel the positive energy and the drive, even though it's very filthy and kind of people are rude, but at the same time you feel this positive energy and you feel that history is made there. It's been made there. So at the same time, speaking about our country, I haven't visited a lot of places, and I know that they're very wonderful and they're worth visiting, and I would like to travel not by myself but with my friends to share our experience and to be closer to living and not just existing.
Okay, we've still got some time, so don't think you've escaped my hat yet. Jadra, we haven't seen you for a while. Would you like to come up to the front? For you, it's the last one, yes. And the first one.
Wow. So the question is, do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? So well, what do I think about that? Actually, my answer definitely is that crying is a sign of strength, because those people who let them to cry can show that they are strengthful, because when you cannot share the feelings you have inside, it means that you're weak, because you don't have people around to go and to say how you feel now, or to tell about the problems you have. I'm a psychologist, and that's why I know when people keep the emotions they have, they gain problems. They can be sick. It's more closer to doctors, and there is still gender difference. I know that girls can let them cry, but it's said that men cannot cry. I think it's just because we were raised in a society when from the small ages our parents, our society says men don't cry, but still I think everyone is a person and we can cry sometimes when we need it. And other question is if we need to show it to everyone or just to close people. This is my
Our Toastmaster has expressed his desire to speak, so begs up.
Thank you. Very challenging, unexpected, that's why. Very philosophical questions, directly. If a doctor gave you 5 years to live, what would you try to accomplish? Wow. Okay, first, I'll try to answer this question, but no, but I think that there are exceptions all the time. That's why I would live and believe that he made a big mistake. It might happen. But if actually turns out to be true, I would continue what I'm doing now. I would be as active as I am today. I will try to never miss our meeting, to share my knowledge, to share my philosophy, and to show other people that no matter what is going to happen with you, you have to continue your path. You shouldn't be stuck on somewhere if you have some sort of problem or challenging situation. You have to try to overcome, or at least forget about it if it stops you, and continue away. And if you continue, you will eventually find out the light at the end of the tunnel. And from this perspective, I think I would devote my time, divide into 2 parts, and devote 1/2 for my family, all together, start from relatives, my kids and my wife, and 1/2 sharing my knowledge with other people, predominantly with the students, most probably, since I work in the education sphere. And I would try to enjoy my life and not to miss every opportunity to go somewhere, to make new friends, to do my best and to leave, let's say, honorable and good memory behind me.
Okay, very inspiring, I think, that Toastmaster. What a great speech. Anyone want to volunteer? Do I have to choose? Okay, I'm going to choose you anyway, so you get more points if you volunteer. One of you 2 gentlemen, you can just choose between yourself. I don't know your names. Yeah, one of you guys. Either of you guys.
I was waiting for the 13th.
What's your name?
Yermura.
Yermura? Okay. Yermura, please.
I have so many questions.
Yermura.
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Yermurat, and my question is, what is the one thing you would most like to change about the world? One of the deepest questions. One thing to change about the world. Yeah, I think his main point is here is littering. I would like to change the world for the better place to live in. So the littering is quite a big problem. A lot of waste is coming out of people who wants to live a good life. So if I was some kind of wizard and change the world, so I would collect all the garbage and put it on the space, you know, like some meteorite and just.
To another planet?
Yeah, just present for another aliens. Maybe they are short of some, you know, materials, so they will see it and they will be quite happy. Yeah, so I think we should start from Almaty, Kazakhstan, and the world. Start littering. It would be quite a big change, changing the world to be a better place. And yes, I want to use the word of the day, which is paramount. And I already used it. So
Alright, I want to ask our grammarian to come up and break from your grammarian duties for 3 minutes, for 2 minutes, and have a speech.
Yes.
Are you the grammarian?
Are you wearing this hat?
No, it's clean. I bought it today. It's a brand new hat. I shop today. I promise.
I like this.
Oh, you like this one? Okay, good.
What is the most defining moment of your life thus far? If a speaker comes here and have a long pause and then goes to his seat, what does it mean? It means that he is confused, or does it mean that he wants to show something which cannot be shown by words? Or does it mean that he doesn't want to show it and doesn't want to share it? Or does it mean that this information is not for the others? Does it mean that
He's a lawyer.
sometimes we face questions we cannot answer. And sometimes we need to be just for ourselves and to the others. That's why I'm explicitly denying to answer this question.
That's okay.
Don't copy him though.
That's all about thinking on your feet, you know. I mean, it's better to say saying something rather than being silent. And it's his objective. It's like this. One of the amendments is the right to be quiet or just to not answer the question. So, well done.
No grudges.
No grudges. Okay. Didn't use the word of the day, but then it's okay. All right. One more. Okay, one more. Who wants to be the last one? Any volunteer? Your friend is pointing at you, myself.
Again! I want to push out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
Maybe not
No, another question, of course. You can choose anyone you wish.
When you are 80 years old, what will matter to you the most?
So deepest question.
Now I'm 22, and actually I didn't thought about what I will do when I will be 80, because I'm not sure that I will live so many years because of our some countries, ecological condition and medical. That's why. Okay, I'm just on the way of all of you. Positively, in my 80 years old, the paramount for me will be my children, the family of my children, my grandchildren, about their studying, what they do, and I will be care to give them all what I have, all what I didn't have in my life. It can be education also, traveling, and self-actualization, and etc. So, and I will not give up to try to build a better place in this world, which we live here. And in my 80 years, I will think more about environmental issue also. Thank you.
Okay, that's I've been given a nod by our Toastmasters that enough is enough. So we've had 14 speakers. So I'd like to thank you all, especially those guys that volunteered, because you guys, that's how you're going to grow as a person in this club, is by getting up here and how to be competent zone. So well done to everybody. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Greg, for interesting questions, very philosophical questions. Now you have again chance, 2 minutes, to discuss with your neighbors, both sides, and choose one person from this long list. I will read those names, who you like it more. So the first one, Ayim, Davlen, Gauhar, Elizabeth, Asenbek, Yerkibulan, Aliya, Baur, Davlet, Radra, Big Zod, 11. It's hard to see from that.
Stop winking!
No, Yermurat, Andrei, Asel. Please, you can discuss and just decide who was the best one and put down the name and pass it to us.
Struggle to remember.
I'm not going to educate you. I will not have like in the book.
The guy before.
Okay, we'll continue. Please, if you decided, please pass this paper, bend it and pass it to Aliya and to Andrei from this side, and we will continue. Now it's high time to listen to our reporters. So at the beginning of the meeting, Good. At the beginning of the meeting, I introduced 3 people, accountant, grammarian, and timer. And now they're ready to give the report regarding all aspects of our meeting. And I would like to invite, firstly, our accountant, who is Davlet Mukhanov, with his short report.
Good evening again, and now I'm giving my paramount report. Of paramount importance. So the first one was Julis. She had 9 A's, 3 ums, 1 so, and 2 ends. Second one was Meruet, 8 A's. Third one was Asir, 11 A's and 3 ums and 2 ends. Third one was Aliyah, 30 A's, 1 1 so and 1 end. Greg had 1 and 2 so's. Ayim had 3 A's, 1 and 3 so's. Dorian had 2 so's, 5 ums and 6 A's. Gauhar only had 1 A. Elizabeth had 2 A, 3 1 so and 4 end. Asubek had 3 A's. The next one was Yerkibullah. He had 5 A's, 2 so's, and 1 you know. Aliyah the second time did a better job. 13 A's, 1 so, and 1 you know, and 2 ends. Bar had 1 A and 1 but. Myself, as Akmaral voted, Aralum, sorry, as Aralum graciously counted my 10 A's, 1 and 1 so. Jadara had 2 A's, 2 ums and 1 so. Begzot had 4 A's and 1 end. Yermurat, 1 so, 1 you know, and 1 end. Andrei, perfect job. He was the best. Asel, 1 A and 1 so and 1 end. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. We will continue and move on. And now I'd like to invite our grammarian, Andrei, please.
This, you did a good job, but some made errors, or just I would put it in the other way. For example, you said effort, but I would say effort, first syllable. Could afford said on, I didn't get what was on. You said once upon a time, it's like in a tale, but your life is not a tale, maybe it is, but mine's not. Said lose a hope instead of lose hope. Beating your heart, beating of your heart instead of just, I would say heartbeat, just simply. Just that misspell it instead of misspelled. Just then graduate this school instead of graduate from this school. With limited potential, I would say with limited potential without a. Life gives us. You said life give us. Just small mistake. And that is it's all. I would say that's all. Then. Mirror. We said the most per amount, but per amount is already the most, so just per amount. So the most per amount. So recently I read a book. I would say recently I've read a book with present perfect here. But you said some good words for me, for example, ramification. Very unusual to hear this word. Not from you, but in general.
Disclaimer.
At the age of 30s, I would say in 30s, not at the age of 30s. And you said plain fact also, very good word. Then SL, you use the word of the day. Your main objective is break, not broke. I didn't thought, instead of I didn't think. I will be care, you, yes, I will be caring. Or it was resolved, so, not you, not you. Okay. Then, Erke Bulan, used to the word of the day, you said, from my point of view, and then objectively. So if you say from my point of view, it's not objectively, it's subjectively. And said to take it short, I would say to make it shorter, just to make it shorter. Aliyah, you used the word of the day, and you said classic. But I would say classics, you used it not as an adjective, but as a noun, so it was classics. I don't remember the context. Maybe it was correct, but... And you said on very occasional basis, which is very good choice of words. Then Greg, very good choice of words, put on the spot, blabber a few words. Interesting. Ian, what do you want really, instead of what do you really want? And then you said it correctly, what do you really want? But once you said it not correct. Dauren, most of us become set instead of most of us become. Then Gohar, no comments. Bauer, it happens instead of it happened. That's careless mistake. And Hasselbeck, which was the first one, he said, I'm analyzed. I would say you are analyzed, not analyzed. And then when he was prompt speaker, he said, we were speaking about Isaac Asimov, and he said he writes fiction, but unfortunately he's not living now, and he wrote fiction in the past. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very interesting grammar report. So I would like to invite our timer. Please help me welcome him.
So good evening, guys. Brace yourself. Today we had 19 speakers. Weaker ones left us and stronger ones are with us. So let me be short and tell who was out of time and did not fit into the time. So first of all, Aliyah Shahina, evaluator number 2, was out of time. She spoke for 4 minutes and 8 seconds out of 3 minutes. Topic master Greg Heber, out of 21 minutes, had this table topic session for 39 minutes and 2 seconds. Speaker number 3, Gauhar, out of 2 minutes, had 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Ergebulan spoke for 2 minutes 35 seconds out of 2 minutes. Aliyah spoke for 2 minutes and 37 seconds out of 2 minutes. And that's all. Others were good.
It was brief, concise, and clear. Okay, now it's high time, I like this moment, to announce winners. So we'll start from the prepared speakers. And today's winner is the person who enjoyed her speech. Congratulations. And the best impromptu speaker today is not me. And the person who got the first place today is the person who came after me on the stage. So this is Ir Murat. Can you stand up? Good job, and I do believe that we had a good meeting today, very interesting. And before joining today's meeting, I would like to ask any volunteers for the next meeting. Next meeting, if I'm not mistaken, will be in the 2nd of March, in a week. So I need speakers, evaluators, table topic master like Greg did, half counter, grammarian, timer. Any volunteers, please?
I can
name, please. Okay. Speakers. I am Alia. No. Gauhar, Greg. Icebreaking. Who's going?
Aisha?
Yes. Timer. Who wants to be timer?
Icebreaker.
One second. Icebreaking. Yes. No. Okay. Any other volunteers? Yes. Icebreak. Your name? Asalbek. After the meeting, please come to me and leave your contact details, okay? Okay, evaluators. It's better to have. Okay. Isha. Down there. Andrei. Okay, Andrei. And table topic master. Any experiences?
I think I could be married or
No, we have the grammar already. Table topic.
two.
We'll decide out. And yeah. Okay, that's it, I guess. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you next week.